killing me.
And Terry Labonte, a lot of damage to the nose of that car.
What if he tore it up?
So the series is officially back. Hey, Ann. The series is officially back for what is, I think the BODINE installment. Yeah, I remember talking about it, like, just not too long ago. Yeah, neighborhood fun, tear it up like Terry Labonte, just like we do every other year. I don't think we did one in 2021. I could be wrong. I don't think we did. No, not at all. But we did this a year ago, and we've done it in years past. I just don't remember when. But today's the official first day of summer, even though ours personally began on June. Oh shit! Hold on a second. The mother of Caden's point of view, ladies and gentlemen. So, but anyway, we do this series each and every summer. Neighborhood fun, tear it up like Terry Labonte. Sometimes we'll do a few episodes in the springtime as well. But this is the first one of the year, like first one all year. The BODINE installment. It's a carryover from the end of last year, or there was the later part of season 2, Adventures in Autumn, where we did episode 10 after I got over being sick. What I think was it the first time I was sick or the second time? I'll have to double check that, but yeah. So neighborhood fun, tear it up like Terry Labonte is today, and our little like a new routine for this year. Whenever we have like a big YouTube video that like we have to get straight to right away, no calm before the storm TikTok. So if you don't see any calm before the storm TikTok of me walking around development with, a random song, just, calmly walking in peace, not bothering anybody, doing anything, or, going all crazy and shit with the dances, you'll know why. For all of season 3 of Fun in the Sun, season 3. Yeah, next 2024 will be season 4. Don't get too rid of yourself, Mark. But anyway, yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, our personal summer officially began June 4th, but the true version has started today. The true version has started today. So if you want to look at last year's episode, I think it was Mark installment, not me, but the guy who made the number 6 car famous in the Winston Cup series back when I was again, Mark Martin, the Velvet Lane Viagra Ford Taurus for Roush Racing. Go look at that, link in the description. I think it was episode 6. I do remember episode 7 and 8, Spencer and Junior, was last year's 4th of July stuff. So therefore, the last video I do before the whole off-camera 4th of July stuff here at the Jerry Springer Man and Fireball Man over here in turns 1 and 2, I will be, shouting out that video and, sending you guys a link to it. Yeah, my plan is to do 4 videos in 4 days that weekend. July 1st, well, 3 videos in 4 days. July 1st, July 3rd, July 4th. I was gonna do 4 and 4, and that was the original plan, but Jerry Springer Man, looking out for my own safety around people I'm meeting for the first time and doing this for my own good, doesn't want me to record, not because he doesn't like it or doesn't want to capture memories on camera at all, in case something really magical, iconic happened I'm going to remember 5 years from now, or remind one of my best friends of or loved ones of 10 years from now. It's because last year just happened out of the blue. That's the difference. Many of you here on my channel don't really remember. That one was just totally unplanned. It was like happened naturally. Nobody had a choice but to stay for the whole thing, unless they decided for themselves without, Springer Man or Fireball Man even knowing. Except, unfortunately, if y'all remember, my mom made me come home right as the fireworks were starting, but I told her this year, because, well, I'll get to that part momentarily. This year, Jerry Springer Man said everybody, kid and adult, had a choice whether they wanted to stay for the whole thing, or even, come home early. Because even Jerry Springer Man said himself, even if I decide on my own to go home before the fireworks, even if my mom had nothing to do with it like last year, it's fine, because of the fact that the man himself, who's one of the big name hosts, heavyweight name hosts, He said himself he's probably not going to stay out for the whole thing. He'll probably go in, he'll park his bus early, go into his trailer, go take a shower like Terry Labonte, and go relax for the rest of the night, watching from his window. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but anyway, let's get back to the explanation. So last year's was just happened naturally. It just happened out of nowhere, and we were able to get away with it more since it was pretty packed. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't really all that, giganda-sized jam-packed. It was like maybe 50 or so people here. It was like exclusively people from Sandy Ridge. It was like very little outsiders, but almost everybody was a Sandy Ridge resident or was a close by outsider. That was the difference. This year they want, he and those GJC and Fireball Man wanted to like have a meaningful sequel to follow it up. So after I got something on my hand here. Okay, I think I got it. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so this one was more planned. There's going to be double the amount of people this year compared to last year. And so what Jerry Springer Man is worried about, which is why he doesn't want me to record. I mean, normally he doesn't care, but in this case, it's going to be more meaningful than last year for the sequel. To the point where, say if he did the opposite. Okay, knock yourself out and record. I don't mind. Like you did last year. This for your YouTube channel, freedom of speech, have at it. So therefore, what if he said that and I went ahead and did it like, of course I expected to. But then all of a sudden, there's someone I'm meeting for the first time, like a mother or a father with their kid who doesn't even know who I am or probably can't like comprehend who people are, especially older grown people like me, other grown people like me. They'll be wondering, the parent will be wondering, or whoever, the caregiver will be wondering, who the hell is this random guy recording me? Making me feel uncomfortable, let alone recording my kid on camera when my kid doesn't even know who he is or all that stuff. See, that's what Jerry Springer Man didn't want, considering how much more powerful this is going to be this year compared to last year. So that's what he was trying to avoid. That's why it won't be vlogged this year, but we're still going to have a good time off camera. But he even said, even if it's someone we know or who I've known or like knows us pretty well, have known for a long time, he still said not even small TikToks or even just minor pictures. So no phones out. I mean, just maybe we can. Probably the only thing we're probably going to be doing is like adding new friends, but that would be it. But other than that, yeah, we're not going to get all crazy, record, snap or record footage, plaster it all over social media because, we want this, to be as good as possible, even if it's not better than last year. So that's all I wanted to warn you guys, Ward Burton in advance. If you don't see a vlog on July 2nd, like I was originally planning, you'll know why. So I apologize in advance for the inconvenience. And as you all know, the rains came yesterday in the early part of the middle portion of the adventure. And by the time it finally cleared up, it was too late, and I was already in my pajamas and ready to relax, and had just taken a shower like Terry Labonte. So thankfully today is looking much better for the first day of summer. So we're good to go until our new time limit, except for special occasions like July 2nd, 8 o'clock, 8:15. This one we have to park the bus early, unless our phone gets low on battery, or is ready to die, or if the lights come on beforehand. So yeah, so it's looking much better than yesterday.
I thought you were really going to swing it back. Oh, nice single. That's a single. Run. Actually, I'm not going to run. Okay. All right, we'll give him first base. Strike. Sorry. Behind that pole.
What was that? Why do you keep doing that?
He's purposely doing that so that he might get Colin. Ow. Alright, let's go. Strike! Strike, bro. That was a strike. Okay.
Something's got to give. Come on.
It's not. Xander's not swinging.
That's the point.
No! That last one was a strike. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. It was right here. Yes. It's a 3-0 count. That's a strike. Yeah.
This is it. Come on. Swing!
They're just being careful, so.
At least they're being careful. If that were me, I'd probably be reckless with that thing, dog or no dog. Archie, can you at least try, dude?
Bro, like that was a strike. That was 100% a strike.
It's like he's not even
You
trying.
only have 2 strikes. Never mind.
And there's no such thing as 4 or more strikes.
I didn't walk you. Yes, you did. When? You threw 4 balls last time. And now it's 1-1 now. Oh!
I said this is much worse than the golf shit last year. Because nobody was trying in that golf game, last golf tournament last year, but it wasn't that this bad. The stupid wind. Hit it! Oh, about time. But of course it's a foul. Go figure. Another foul.
So, we're gonna hit this.
Hopefully. It's probably going to be stronger than a baseball. And right as you say, that was too strong of a throw.
Nah, bro, that was a strike, bro. I'm gonna go get that tennis ball for
Eventually.
It's throwing curveballs and sliders, so it's not that easy to hit.
That's why I don't even play baseball. Finally!
Finally!
About damn time. Oh, I thought that was going to go over the fence. Finally. Where was that shit with the other balls?
There's the grip we're gonna throw.
Okay, now the pitcher is up to bat. Here we go. Okay, why is it good hits when he does it?
Because he gets good pitches. Home run!
Our final batter of the contest. Maybe not. 3 amigos officiating and playing at the same time.
Foul!
Wait.
No! Tyler was not right up. Let's see it. Wait, no!
Damn.
Home run! That's a homer. That's a homer.
I was gonna say that.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, pitch. Be closer. Okay, there.
What did he forget?
Ball 1.
Finally. Run.
Go, go, go!
Ale, even though that's the wrong sport.
Oh, foul. See. Bad idea. 1 and 2. Counts 1, 2, yeah. Wait, 1 and 2. No, we got 2. 1 strike, 2 balls. No, that's strike. Yeah, because I got you with foul tip. Foul tip is a strike. All right. And then I got you with 2 count, 1 ball, 2 strike.
Come on, baby. There we go. Come on, Xander. I would hope so.
Ball 1.
He just caught that shit with his bare hand. That wasn't even an effort.
Oh, he was not ready. Not ready.
Yes, yes, yes! Finally, he hit something.
No, you're not throwing the tennis ball.
Plus, it's the wrong sport anyway.
What? Gavin. Or no, Xander. Yes, Xander made it home. Let's go.
Soon after.
Well,
I think those are your friends.
no. I don't even know who those people are. But no, that baseball game really took way longer than it really needed to be. A big portion of all that stuff is going to be edited for broadcast. So you've been warned, like Ward Burton, in advance of this recording. If you skip to this part before we got to the base, if you skipped over to this part, you skipped to this part over the baseball part. Again, I'm having another classic Mark Oliver's YouTube stroke. Sing Ricky Martin songs. I sing a variety, like songs I heard in, like I grew up listening on PS1 and PS2 games when I played them casually growing up.
I just like sing very childish songs and start slapping the person next to me.
Sometimes when they're preparing you for the camera, I try to make a normal face. I don't look so bad.
So they had I look so weird.
Get this push notification out of here.
The last
Wait, who was that?
the last
I don't really know.
last time I went, I chickened out of Raptor and Roo-Roo.
No, if I was even brave enough to try going on the Max Air, I'd chicken out too. I hate that ride with the passion.
I was getting on Max Air for my first time, but I didn't go on like in the middle of the line. I got back here, and when I was about to get on,
They told you what?
that I cut the line and I couldn't get back on.
What for?
He left to use the restroom and got back in
Was it-
where he was.
Was it number 1 or number 2?
2.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, that kicks in. You really gotta go.
Bro, that's my fault.
Well, that one sucked too. Incomplete. It's kind of hard to run fast. You got it. It's kind of hard to run fast or run in general anyway with open-toed shoes. Incomplete.
That was even hard.
That was good.
I mean, I'm trying to get like the spin down. How do they?
Perfect.
You let me. See. Set. Hut.
Later.
Man, we basically spent half the time with Grass Channel and JGC Animates. So subscribe to them. Link is in the description. They'll be tagged in the title of this video. I mean, but hey, it was well worth it though. So anyway, I basically half the episode in tonight's video is gonna be clogged up. It's gonna be clogged up with spending it with them. But it was our first full-on adventure doing something together since last year's golf tournament. If you want to look at that, link in the description. I mean, if you want to look at the let me see what else the video. I'll shout out more videos later. So let's see what Jerry Springer Man and Fireball Man are up to with their little infamous collaboration that they're getting ready for. Unfortunately, we can't really record this year. Okay, Fireball Man. I mean, it's gonna be a while before we go to you Larry's and Turn 2 to recreate the whole first day of summer thingamajig. Fireball Man, come on, dude, showcase that Team Rusty. Okay.
20 minutes later.
Okay, that was 30 minutes of my life I'm never getting back, but hey, I'm not complaining, so yeah. You know what? I said I was going to wait until like the July 1st video, whatever that may be, to shout out the video last year's neighborhood fun tear it up like Terry Labonte, which was basically Bam like Ken Schrader when we had last year's 4th of July party, but I can't resist. Go check that one out. I think it was the Jimmy Spencer installment, episode 7. Link is in the description. Basically, we're already running out of time because we spent half of the time with, you know, Gavin and Xander, aka JGC Animates and Trash Channel, Jimmy Jam, and then we spent like 30 more minutes after that with Jerry Springer Man, Fireball Man, and Bombastic Boy. I was trying to get Fireball Man to showcase his Team Rusty on camera, but he was a little camera shy today, so therefore, yeah. So Jerry Springer Man, a little bit more about the whole no vlog this year at this year's version. It's going to be more action-packed than it was last year when we could get away with it. There's going to be more outsiders at this year's version compared to last year, meaning there's going to be a lot of people I'm meeting for the first time who are meeting me for the first time. So they may not feel comfortable being recorded, especially if they have young children, which, unlike middle-aged men, middle-aged men, like weirdos on the internet, aka middle-aged men, you know, I know my right from wrong when it comes to like being friends with kids and interacting with them. I'm not that stupid like, you know, some other people, you know. I'm not gonna name names, I don't want to start no bullshit, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, yeah, my sister's gonna be in town that whole week, so I mean, I usually don't take off from YouTube whenever she comes to town to like visit us, unless I have to. Like if there's a family event, you know, which is why she's coming up, which it's 99% of the time it's basically like related to her. It's about her, so that's why, you know, I spend that whole weekend taking off from YouTube, because other than us saying happy birthday to her this year, she was kind of weird. She's kind of weird to be being on YouTube. I guess that was a little different because we didn't have to go anywhere. I know the baptism, I took the week off, even though my dumbass went to bed too late and I ended up sleeping the whole day away. But we had a photo shoot at home to make up for it, you know, during season 2 of Winter Wonderland. You know, if we don't remember the baby shower weekend, we were lucky we were still able to broadcast all that stuff on TikTok last year. We even made a TikTok before we could even make it all the way to the baby shower itself, because we ran into a friend that told Meyer and Lorraine, Julia Zach. We ran into her and we got a TikTok then. We met her mom. I think we might have met someone else. It might have been a sister, I don't remember. But, or my mom's birthday weekend last year. We didn't have to go anywhere at all for any reason. We were just there to celebrate my mom's birthday at the house. So I was still able to make YouTube videos here in the neighborhood with my friends. Like she wasn't here anyway. She wasn't here. I wasn't sure to say already or anyway. So I was doing a little bit of both, but we still continued on with our YouTube stuff like normal, like she wasn't here anyway. So therefore, plus, you know, she's coming in on the 28th, which is the anniversary. How many years? 2-year anniversary of when the Barleys, Jeremy, Shelby, Doug, and Rachel moved in. And so it'll be after we get our 2 separate TikToks done, one with Rachel and Shelby, the other with Doug and Jeremy. Because I'm going to, you know, Doug said if I'm going to do one with his wife and daughter, I have to like, you know, do one with him and his son. So it'll be fair. You know what I'm saying? Because the Barleys really do like us a lot, just like the Sorgs do, just like the Rogersons do. Although the Barleys have yet to invite me to something, to like an event that, you know, involves their family. I'm not asking them to or begging them to in this clip, but I'm pretty sure one day it's bound to happen with how well that, you know, I've gotten along with their boyfriends, girlfriends, their like general friends, you know, that stuff. You know. I've gotten well with them, but they have not sworn me in like family, but even despite the fact they do like me a ton. But the Rogersons and Sorgs have done nothing but sworn me in like one of their own. Rogerson has sworn me in like a Rogerson since 2019. The Sorgs 2 years later have done the same thing since 2021. Sworn me in like a Sorg, even though my last name is Oliveras. Because it goes to show you ever since, you know, I moved here, especially when modern day Sandy Ridge started in 2020, 2021, I've been surrounding myself with much, much better people than I did in Brook Park when I lived in the Sandhurst house. So therefore, anyway, back to the story about the 4th of July in 2 weeks. In another clip. So there's going to be more outsiders here this year than there was last year. And a lot of them are going to have kids, obviously. They may not feel comfortable with them being recorded themselves or having their kid on camera. And the fact that Jerry Springer Man wants to avoid like any major incident happening to me, which is going to ruin the fun and kill the vibe and, you know, fuck up the whole night. So, and the event as a whole. So we do not want that. But apparently Fireball Man had no idea of that, because he asked me, how are you going to, you know, vlog our party and do all the other bullshit. I mean, he didn't say it, the ending part like that, but that's how he meant it. But then I said, that was the plan, I said that was the plan, Fireball Man, but Jerry Springer Man doesn't want to, only because he was looking out for me for my own good. So yeah, so therefore it's going to be more action-packed and jam-packed and more crowded than last year. So it's going to be like nothing like last year at all to whatsoever. So, oh, that's Terry. So, therefore, he doesn't want any recording. I mean, we'll be lucky if they have second thoughts on, you know, snapping flicks and, you know, recording TikToks. Because that's all that is nothing compared to, you know, a whole YouTube video. I mean, maybe if it's like someone like Gavin or Black Tyler or someone who really, really knows me or I'm best friends with, or someone who I love and everything. Maybe we'll reconsider it that day, but until then, yeah, we got our work cut out for us. My phone's at a 55% for Bobby Hamilton Sr., but, you know, besides, you know, the Rogersons and Sorgs and Trash Channel and, what's his name? Trash Channel and GJC Animates, it's been really, 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 really quiet. But I wouldn't say it's a dud or a flop or a bust, because at least we salvaged a little bit of it tonight. Kind of like how we did a couple nights ago when we saw Maya and Jenna for the first time in forever. Well, Maya, because we took 2 or 3 tries to get her this year, but Jenna we saw for the first time in a few years. Overall, generally speaking, I'd say it's another average night in Sandy Ridge, but unfortunately, average night in a neighborhood fun episode isn't gonna cut it. It's basically. It's not gonna make the night. Wait, who the fuck? Oh no, they're going that way. Okay. It's not gonna make the night in the neighborhood. Yo, a flop, a bust, or what was the other word? A flop or a bust or a dud. It's gonna make or even dull. It's gonna make the video all 4 of those things, if anything. So. If we don't find any like true legitimate action, like something good, within the next 10-15 minutes, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself. So let's go looking for adventure off camera, and if we don't find anything, we'll just go back. We'll just kill ourselves and we'll go back. We haven't been to the Beals in a long time, so let's see if Cam J. Beal and his wife Grace Tippett can talk for a little bit, then we'll go home, park the bus. It's either whenever we get rain, it's either for 30 seconds or the cell completely misses us and doesn't get us at all. It says it's gonna rain and blah blah blah, and then it turns out we get it for 30 seconds or it doesn't come at all.
Yeah, they're more too official. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and this video has basically, I mean, it's been an average night in Sandy Ridge, but I was just telling the viewers that it's been making the video, I mean, the events of the video dull. It's my neighborhood fun series on YouTube, where it's basically a summer, more of a summer series than a spring, but every once in a while throughout spring episodes and occasional fall episodes when we cheese some bonus outdoor time that we really shouldn't be getting because it's supposed to be cold, like in October and stuff. Okay, sorry. I'll give voice only, I guess.
Like, so as far as getting Wembanyama, they traded DeJounte Murray
last year,
and that was looking really stupid.
It was.
They traded DeJounte Murray, an all-star player, for like a 3rd-round pick or something.
Danella Gallinari, even though he's not even all that young either.
And now that they secured that #1 pick, Victor Wembanyama, that's amazing to me, because they were like the third odds in the draft lottery. To
get #1 pick, yeah.
When the Cavs were 7th, we got 1st pick. And we used that first pick to acquire Kevin Love.
From the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, I remember that.
Just as Victor Wembanyama is meant to be a San Antonio Spur.
Yeah, like can lightning strike 3 times? First with Robinson in '87, then
And
Duncan in
when the season had
'97.
just begun, I tried to picture where he would be at. The Rockets, the Hornets, or the Spurs, the 3 worst teams in the league. And I would have put money on the Spurs.
Why? Because of me?
No, this is where I try to envision. Try to visualize it.
Because usually most of
So Spurs are getting Wembanyama. That's gonna be great. They have Keldon Johnson. He's good.
Trey Jones, if he can develop
The
properly.
Celtics, check it out. The Celtics are in the market for Porzingis.
Porzingis.
Yeah,
Who isn't he kind of injury prone?
he's a great player, man. He will dominate.
I mean, there's a lot of great players who are
He's
also
a
very
7-footer,
injury prone.
7-footer that could straight knock it down. You know, he could defend well. He could play.
There's a lot of good
I
players.
want the Celtics to win, bro. I got like, dude, I'm throwing it at the Celtics. 2024. The Chiefs, the Celtics.
To win their what I think would be their Bobby Labonte 18th championship, even though that's a different sport, but you know what I
I'll say
mean.
it's definitely. No, actually, I don't know that at all. It's really interesting.
What?
Like the Bulldogs, the past few years, they've been like the #1 recruiters in the game, getting players out of college. The Bulldogs, they got like a serious roster these past few years. They dominated recruiting-wise, getting the best players coming out of high school. And the Dogs are favored to win. I think they won the last 2.
This baseball?
Since jumping out and winning.
Baseball or
and taking one.
basketball?
Oh, I'm talking college football.
Oh, college football. I don't know much about
But Ohio
football.
State still does. We're still the best program in the country, and there's by far one. We still have great players that can match this talented Georgia Bulldog team, but there's other teams in the mix. Alabama, you know, they're just as great. And there's also like Michigan. Well, like those 3 are the front runners. Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio State is #3 favorite.
I don't know anything about this stuff, but I'm listening.
But there really ain't no telling who's gonna win.
Right? Because usually
You know,
college sports isn't really
It's
go.
early, but I'm thinking it's gonna be Ohio State. And but one thing for sure, Pat Mahomes is winning MVP, and Myles
NFL,
Garrett
right?
is winning Defensive Player of the Year. And that's for sure.
You're biased, and I love it.
They're already favorites.
I love it.
Mahomes is going to be MVP.
I meant like for the Browns. Myles Garrett play for you guys?
You know what? In DraftKings, he's behind Micah Parsons, but FanDuel is
But doesn't Myles Garrett play for you guys?
shifted.
Does he play for
Our
you?
new defensive coordinator, he's one of the best in the business. Not only that, he specializes in defensive line. So with that being said, plus we lost Deion Jones, who's an all-star linebacker.
Oh, I never heard of that name in my
We
life.
had a top 10 defense last year. We lost John Johnson, the third safety, but we replaced him with another all-star safety key player, Juan Thornhill. But anyhow, we lost Deion Jones. He slipped from the linebacking corps. So Myles Garrett's going to have to step up big. We stepped up our defensive line. But we lost Deion Jones ultimately. We replaced him with like a couple cheap free agents, you know? But Deion Jones is an all-star. The other all-star we lost in John Johnson, luckily we replaced him with Juan Thornhill, who's like equally as good as that safety position.
It's kind of like what we did after Robinson retired going back 20 years ago.
We had a top 10 defense.
I guess I'll finish that after he's
and
done
that's
with
good
this.
enough to compete for a championship. So we want to bring back the same group and be that same top 10 defense next year. And I think we did well, except we lost Deion Jones.
Kind of similar to what the Spurs did over the years. After we won in 2014, we brought the whole championship squad back in 2014-15, except Kyle Anderson, who was our 2014 overall draft pick, because usually we were so damn good that we would wait till the 28th pick or something to draft. And then after Robinson retired in 03, we replaced them with Rasho Nesterovic. I'm old enough to remember all the Rasho Nesterovic, how we got Rasho, Hito Turkoglu to replace Robinson and Steven Jackson.
Oh yeah, Hito Turkoglu.
Basically, somebody said in a YouTube comment or whatever that Turkoglu is basically the Michael Jordan of Turkey.
Yeah, he's like an 86 corner on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I used to play with him a lot in Live 2004, where I try to replicate the 2003-2004 San Antonio Spurs season. Had Derek Fisher not hit that shot, but I'm also gonna bring it here to YouTube one day when the equipment improves, where You can actually take Robinson out of the Legends pool and put him back on the Spurs, where I create a universe where Robinson calls off his retirement for 1 more year. It helps Duncan win a back-to-back. Because it's something that the haters will knock at us as a team and Duncan as an individual player for not being able to do like most other great teams and players, winning a back-to-back championship. So I bet you if Ray Allen misses that shot in 2013, along with the fact that, you know, Ginobili and the Fraud make their free throws, Duncan is a 6-time champion, is undefeated in their finals, ties Michael Jordan in rings and, you know, a finals record. But at the same time, it's either goes either that way, or even if we win in 2013, I bet you we probably also don't win the way we did in 2014.
I'm getting ready to go inside and relax, so I'll catch up with you another time.
Okay. All right. That was not big, but it was something. We've been another average night Sandy Ridge that we managed to salvage. And I think we're just about done here. But before we actually park the bus, which is what we're going to do, like in maybe a minute or two, I'm going to do one last scoop around the NAS bike, the Sandy Ridge Speedway NAS bike oval. I'm having a fucking, what the fuck is it called? I said it earlier, but I can't remember the fucking term, but I'm having the, oh my God. It's like I'm having like vocal impairment. It's like I'm saying words wrong that, you know, that words I'm trying to say, but it come out as something else. And then, of course, then on top of the fact that I keep having fucking strokes in between sentences. But anyway, like I was going to say, we're going to take one last stoop around the Sandy Ridge Speedway NAS bike oval. Besides Jerry Springer, man, and Fireball, man, I want to see if there's any other action. Because I know over here in the front straightaway coming off turn 4, there's nothing happening today. There's really nothing happening. You know, Maddie's not out. No. Halliburton's look like they're busy. Oh my God, everybody's dead. Like, I know the break the gun in half and the light destroyer in them, they ain't available. I mean, they were here earlier, but they probably had to do something, because even in the summertime, there's no running away from being busy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? There's no running away from that shit. Even if school's not going on, they're still busy as fuck. I mean, the Barleys, they better be around on the 28th. That's their like 2-year anniversary of meeting me and, you know, moving into this neighborhood. I know Big Willie Style, Heather and Daniel might be there. And maybe a little too late, because yesterday, by the time I came out of the shower and it cleared up, it was too late. And plus the time he came out here to like shoot around by himself, it was already almost, it would have been way past my time to come home anyway. But I'm going to try it. And then we'll take, if this doesn't work, we'll take another stoop. And then if that doesn't work, we're going to go back, park the bus. We'll just kill ourselves and we'll go back. So he's here, but he's downstairs, you know, he's busy, you know, down at this basement doing what the kid version of me would have done in this scenario, in the house playing video games. Because sounds like the kid version of me, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go around the NAS bike oval, watch the water in the goddamn pits. So if there's no action, like any, like, you know, relevant action going around that way, we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna call it a night. We're gonna call it a video. We're gonna call it an episode. Well, it turned out that in terms of energy and, like, you know, events and everything, it was basically an average night in Sandy Ridge. I mean, we managed to salvage a lot of it. I wouldn't say a lot. We managed to salvage quite a bit. We got to hang out with Gavin and Xander, aka GJC Animates and Trash Channel. We got to chill with the Jerry Springer man, Fireball man, and Bombastic Boy. And, you know, chat up sports with, you know, Cam J. Beal's little bro, Brett. But other than that, nothing fucking happened. So, sure, it was an average night, you know, on paper and off camera. But when it comes to, you know, being on camera, turns out this Brett Bodine installment was of neighborhood fun was a complete I wouldn't say it was a total bust, because some stuff happened, but it was just a little dull. But it wasn't a bad night in general. And as a whole, the night wasn't bad. We did get to do some good stuff. We did get to do that. And me and Xander made our first TikTok together, and her sister Reagan finally follows me. I'm probably going to start following her friends, Kai, Katie, Katie. What the fuck was the other one's name? Hi, Katie and Kimmy. Okay, I know all of them started with the K as Bombastic Boy Goes By, but I'm sure I'll find their TikToks one way or another. But until next time, this is Mark Oliveira signing off. That concludes this Brett Bodine installment of Neighborhood Fun. Tear it up like Terry Labonte. So I know Brock is coming down the street, but unfortunately we're gonna have to see him another day because we got to get going. We got to get ready for another bowling trip tomorrow and another Kenny Wallace stack up on coke. So have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, pace yourself, bring your ass, be you. You have to try harder to do less. You can't deport a dream. Sometimes the worst things in life lead to the best things. Always bet on the side of love. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Sometimes you just got to be present. You never fail until you stop trying, and never pays to worry too much about things. It's never too late to turn the day around. Another day on time, another day to shine. Sometimes you just got to flock yourself, trust your instincts, stand up for yourself, not back down to anyone. All for one, one for all. You got to bounce. Just when you think things will never be okay again, here comes a miracle that proves you way wrong. Excuse me. A connection can happen when you least expect it. Honesty is the best policy. Sometimes you just gotta dive in, follow your dreams, show up for the rest of your life. When you're all cheering together, every day is a win. There is no tomorrow. Everyone is strong in many different ways. Sometimes you don't get to choose who you love. Take care, everyone. Good night. And I know the NBA draft is tomorrow, so you're probably wondering if I'm gonna watch it. Probably not, but I'll probably drop a reaction video or something. I still have yet to make the Tim Duncan and Elliott Sadler installment of my presentation series addressing Bunk getting a season 7 and the Writers Guild of America strike, which has impacted the production of season 7 of Bunk and all the production of season 2 of Really Loud House. So we need to get the fuck inside so we can take a shower like Terry Labonte, put some hamburgers in the air fryer, hopefully get an A1 refill and drink some ice cold Coke, even if it means we have to wait till tomorrow to get the 20 ounces. So we have to use the 16 ounces to fill in for now. So see you later, everyone.
The 98.7 WVMV, Detroit's home for smooth jazz. The 98.7